Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on all socials and podcasts. So let's get into this. Today we're talking about big sister talk, self-love talk. We're talking all of it because I feel like, while I get ready, because I feel like there's just so many questions that I get asked on my TikTok and Insta, Facebook, all that other stuff, especially on my my first YouTube channel. If you don't follow that, that's just my name, but a lot of people do ask me questions, so we're gonna start. How to develop self-confidence. Self-confidence is definitely something that you have to teach yourself. It's not something that's easy for sure, but it is doable. It's something that, for me, I personally was just going through like the lowest of the low at the time, and I just was like, okay, snap out of it. Like, snap out of it. You need to snap out of it now. You need to do something more with your life, and just you can't be bad, right? So for me, it was like I was gaining weight, I was doing this, I was doing that. Like, I was literally doing super bad with my life when I was going through my lowest of the low. I was not taking care of myself whatsoever. I was just not good. So what I did was I told myself, I journaled, I told myself, you love yourself. It's okay. Heartbreak is fine. Heartbreak is normal. And we're just gonna take it one day at a time. So that's exactly what I did. Took it one day at a time, and I just developed self-love. Went to the gym, started eating right, eating cleaner. I understood that self-love was something that you had to teach yourself. It's not an overnight experience for sure, but it's a doable experience. And this is coming from somebody who I know personally that self-love is not easy whatsoever. I think I had the hardest part of self-love that I had and confidence was understanding that everybody's in your life for a purpose, for a time period, and not everybody's gonna stay there forever. I wanted people to come back into my life. I wanted people to love me. I wanted people to care about me, and that was the issue, was that it was very much about me. It was never really about, it's just hard. Self-love is one of those things. I mean, thankfully now, for sure, I have it. And I love myself, no matter what size, what color, what shape, I don't care. And I love everybody else who does personally experience, this kind of stuff. So yeah, for me, it took a heartbreak to understand that I had to love myself. I did. Because I was not loving myself during my relationship. I was in a relationship for 3 years. I got abused literally for 3 years straight. And I personally didn't love myself whatsoever because I thought that's what I deserved. All right, we'll talk more about it. But how to tell if he's cheating. Oh, ooh, there's a lot of signs, a lot of red flags. One, I'm saying this in general, I'm not saying this per person, but I am saying that if he takes a very long time to respond to certain questions that you have, not as in like he doesn't text back fast enough. We are a little bit older, so of course, like, they have jobs, they have lives, they have things happen, right? But if he's not answering specific questions that you have, such as like ex situation questions, he doesn't want to ever talk about his ex, he doesn't want to talk about like breakup stuff, just where it starts to get super shady, that's when I start to think like, hey. Because, so let's talk about, I'm gonna spill some of my tea. I was with this guy for quite a while. We've just been on and off forever, and all of a sudden I was with him one day, and literally within like 30 minutes after me leaving, he blocked my number and thought I didn't know that he blocked my number. He was like, no, I was getting your text messages. But he wasn't. He was not getting my text messages whatsoever because he had me blocked. And then his best friend told me, hey, you need to watch out. So props to the best friend. You are amazing. Because I would have looked like a complete dumbass. I mean, I did. But, like, I would have looked worse. And he had been with her for like a month, I think, or something like that. So, yes, I've been through it. It hurts. The first time I found out my ex was cheating, like, before this guy, I walked in on him. Not like him having sex, but I walked in on him having the phone on FaceTime with somebody. He fell asleep on FaceTime with a guy, which I was like, I don't know about that, but okay. So, like, me being like the crazy person I am, I'm like, that's a girl's voice. Like, the snoring, I'm like, that's a girl. Although I really don't think you can actually detect the difference, but like, I personally did. I was upset, I was hurt, I was mad, I was angry. So yeah, I mean, I think I've detected cheating a lot. Very shady with your phone. Not that you have to go through people's phones, but like, if you can't even leave it out, like, not even that I'm touching it, but if you can't leave it on the same table as me without being like, it needs to be in my pocket, it needs to be here, it needs to be here, then that's when it starts to get super shady. It's like, hey, take it down 50 notches. Like, seriously. I'm not kidding. Like, the least you could do is just leave it on the table. Like, it's not that bad. It's not that serious. You know, I'm not gonna take it up in front of 50 people or like 3 people, 4 people. You know, I'm just not gonna take up your phone. So yeah, they're super shady like that. How to catch a cheater, that's completely different. That's a whole separate. Okay, getting back with your ex. Would I get back with my ex of 3 years? Never. Have we tried? Like, have we tried before? Yeah, for sure. I've tried many times, but it's also like I can't forget what you have done to me. So I personally would never. Now that I'm older and very much aware of the situation, no. Because you have to think about it. Just because you go through it, you aren't really aware of the situation whatsoever. Abuse is one of those things that you still have an emotional connection with this person. So no, I don't and won't ever get back with my ex. So now my situationship, which is a guy I've been on and off with forever, would I get back with him? Yeah, I would. But that was a whole separate story and a whole like, I can have a whole, like, literally a whole video over just our relationship and stuff like that and how it works. But he's been with me through a lot. Like, he's been with me through like an abusive relationship. He's been with me through moving on a lot. He's been with me all throughout law school. So it's just, and he's always the person that I like run back to. So yeah, would I get back with him? For sure. Would I trust him as much as I think I should or would like to? No, absolutely not. I don't think I will ever trust him, but it's okay. It takes you to understand, like, you are worthy of more. Do I think we could always build up to it? Absolutely. I think we've just been doing the whole on and off thing for so long that we both did get really frustrated of it. But yeah, I don't know. This whole thing is kind of just a lot. I think if people were to like know my story about my relationship, yeah. All right, let's talk something different. How do I forgive? And when I can't forget. Okay, literally what I was just talking about. You can always forgive somebody. It's a possibility to forgive a human. To forget, I'm sorry, personally, I don't forget. I won't forget. I will never forget. It just is what it is. That's just me. That's how I handle situations. I will never forget. So I don't know. It's really hard, like it is, to forget something that you've been through personally. So I give you 1,000% props if you really like do forget it. But personally, I don't forget. It's just not me. I will forever remember what you have done and what you did and why you did it. So, like I said, if you can actually forgive somebody for what they have done, they need, and if they come back and they use you all over again, that's when I say a lot. I really do, because when somebody, I give 1,000,000,001 chances. I do. I give 1,000,000,001 chances. But if somebody's gonna come back into my life and then use me and hurt me all over again, it's like, what did I give you that chance for? You know, like, I could have gave it to somebody else, or I could have done something else with it, or I personally could have moved on. I could have done something different. So yeah. So I don't forget, but I'll forgive. And the one thing I do say about forgiveness is never say, and never tell them that you're forgiving them for your sanity. I used to do that so much. I used to tell people, like, I'm only forgiving you for the sanity of me, so that I can be calm, so I can enjoy my life. That did nothing for me. It really didn't. If anything, it caused more problems, because they knew that they were getting forgiven and that they knew that they could move on from what they have caused. So no, I don't tell them that I forgive them at all. I just pray. I like to pray and try and get them to understand, like, this is your last chance, you know? It's not happening again. How many chances do I give to somebody who has hurt me multiple times? Damn. I don't know. That's solely up to you. That's what you believe and that's what you perceive. I know that some people, you know, do the whole 3 strikes and you're out. I think I used to do the whole, they can change. They really can. And now I'm to the point where it's like, you hurt me once, I'll forgive you, but personally, our friendship or relationship will never work out. I can't, personally, I cannot just keep bringing people back into my life just because, I don't know. That one's so hard. It really just depends. I definitely think that if somebody hurts you once, to keep your awareness and your surroundings wide open, as in there's a huge possibility it could happen again. Not that you want to be, you know, in fear, because you always, especially if you love somebody, you want to give them a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, a fifth chance. You do want to give them those chances, but again, sometimes the chances run out. Sometimes, you know, people's patience, people's hearts break, stuff like that. Like, it's hard to get over a heartbreak. And if you're one of those guys who's out there and it's like, hey, well, I'm back, like, I'm serious. I've been through that, the whole, whenever he's ready, whenever he's back, whenever I would take him back, I would do this, I would do that. Yes, I've been there, I've done it. I pretty much have, many times, where it's like, when he's ready to grow, then I'm still here. No, sis, move on. You're not here. You're not available for the first thing that they give you. You're not available for the first opportunity handed to you. You are not available. You aren't. Next caller, you're not available. You know, send them straight to voicemail type of vibes. Like, you are not available. You are only available for people, things, places who actually give you more than what you asked for to begin with. And that's just how I see it. I don't see it as, oh, okay, well, so-and-so's back, so let's just forgive him, move on, and, you know, have a good and better life. No, so-and-so is back. You better teach him a freaking lesson. You better do something. You better tell him, hey, you got one chance. Your strikes are out. Like, that's it. No, we're not doing this, you know, 80, 60 times he's cheated on you and hurt you and abused you, and all of a sudden it's his He is ready for you again. He's ready to talk to you. He's ready. No. No, 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 and no. Absolutely not. Not my vibes, not my drift, and not what we're doing here. We are glowing. We are flourishing. We are growing. At all times of the day. Got it? That was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. All right. Let's talk. How to handle if he doesn't like you, but you like him. Wait, hold on. How to handle if he doesn't like you. Okay, so basically, you're catching feelings. He's not catching feelings. What's the vibe? How do we do it? What's the deal? Stuff like that. All right. So here's the thing. If a guy is not catching feelings, you need to leave. You do. You need to exit the whole entire situation. Exit now. Because he's only going to keep you around for his entertainment. But he's not going to keep you around for his heart. He's going to keep you around so that he could be like, hey, want to come over and, you know, have a one night thing? Or want to come over and well, a sneaky link and then you're out. Like, girl, I don't need you, right? Because that's pretty much what guys do these days. Hold on. Is they'll call you for a sneaky link and y'all are still fighting over whatever, or not even together, or just, you know, y'all aren't even. It's ridiculous. Some guys just have no decency, no morals, nothing like that. But here's what I say, right? If you're gonna be a sneaky link type of person, then you better make it very clear. You better make it very clear that this is only a sneaky link. There's nothing more going on. There's nothing less going on. It's just, that's all it is. That's all it will ever be. And there's just, you need to make it clear. Especially as a girl, you know, hooking up is fine. Don't let anybody shame you for doing a casual hookup. Don't let anybody shame you for living your best life. You know, I've heard it. I personally don't do casual hookups, but I have so many friends who do, and they don't see anything wrong with it. And then the more that I actually look at, you know, what is happening with like my friends and like how they feel, for sure I don't see anything wrong with it. One thing I do see things that are wrong with sneaky links, casual hookups, one night stand vibes, is that people are not clear on their intentions. Especially as a girl, you need to be very, 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 very clear on your intentions. All right. Clear on your intentions, clear on what you want. All right, this is a story. Hold up. Okay, this is a story. Left the club one night with a guy. We had sex, and then he texted me the next day saying, hey, do you want breakfast? I didn't text back, but then he came to my house later that day. What should I do? Because he won't stop calling and won't stop coming by. Oh, I was like, it was broken up. Okay, and then it says, it was just a one night stand and that's all I wanted. I never wanted anything more. I never wanted anything less. That's it. He just wasn't clear. All he wanted was a relationship and was very relationship vibes, but just didn't understand that that's all I wanted. He kept calling me a whore because all I wanted was that. Okay, same, this goes back to like literally what I just said, right? Guys feel that they have every right to, you know, shame girls, but yet will do it willingly and hurt other women. Okay, so what I say to this is, one, you go outside one of these days, make your intention straight, as in that's all it was, that's all it will ever be, and it will never be anything more and never be anything less. If he still continues to do that, then that's when it's time to unfortunately go get a restraining order or an order on your house. I know. You're probably like, Reyna, you're doing the most. Like, unfortunately, some guys will take it this far. Some guys will do the most, and some guys will take it to an extreme when it comes to these type of things. Unfortunately, yes, it does. All right, let's answer some more questions really quick. Quick draft. Okay. How do you find friends whenever you live in a very public city? Wait, what? How do you find friends when you live in a very public city and you're just not sure where to find them because you're very scared to get on dating apps? Ooh, I got you. Go to the bar. No, I'm serious. Go to the bar. You don't have to go to a club. I'm not a club person. I like to go to like the bars, the outdoor bars where they have food and drinks, so you don't have to drink, like you just eat. Yes, I do go to them and I enjoy them because, again, just because you live in such a metropolitan city does not mean that you have to seriously be a homebody. You don't. You really don't. You have to enjoy the city. You live in a city, go be in a city, go enjoy the city. And the bars are the best places. There's this girl on TikTok, I forgot her name. I have to find it. I'll link it down below. But she tells you all the places in New York. I will find her and actually post it down below. She finds all the places in New York to go to and actually tells girls like where to meet men or where to meet other girls or where to meet guys, like guy friends, girlfriends, like how to find relationships. And she puts like bars, restaurants, stuff like that. It's so cool. I'm like, that actually helps so many other girls because you don't realize that sometimes it's really scary for people to go on dating apps and think that that's literally like all you can do. So yeah, I will definitely link her down below because I really like her. I think I've used one of her tips before, and I went to a bar in New York and I found like 2 or 3 friends. Like I made 2 or 3 friends that night and it was just awesome. So yeah. All right, guys, this was the first Q&A. If you want me to answer any other questions, make sure you can DM me on Insta or you can leave them down below. You can always email me as well. Put my email down below. So you can email me if you have stories you want me to talk about, tell, give you advice, stuff like that. This was my first Q&A on here. I've never done like a girl Q&A unless you're on my TikTok, then I have. But make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow our podcast as well. And I will be back with a new video tomorrow.